The first point I want to make is that growth is about a mindset. It is not GDP growth, it is not profit growth, revenue growth. Those are manifestations. Growth is a mindset. And India, whether it's government, private sector, public sector, needs to develop a growth mindset. So that's my first point. The second point I want to tell you is that everybody is a salesman. Everybody. There are 7 billion people on this planet, and everybody is a salesman. And that's a very important realization to get growth. I'll explain these in a moment, because that's all that I'm going to say to you. The third thing I want to say is startups are great, but yesterday's startup is today's adolescent and tomorrow's elderly person. I want to say that the frenzy about startups, and I in particular address my young audience who are sitting up there, startup fever has to settle into adolescence and maturity. We just cannot assume that this country's problems or any country's problems will just be solved by the startup fever if we want real growth. And the fourth and the last point I want to make, because at the end of the day we are all companies, we are corporates. The fourth and the last point I want to make is that it is not whether you have startups or grown-ups. It is not whether you have governments that work or don't work. But what India needs and what IMA should promote is to develop more GDCs. And GDC stands for growth driving companies.